Could you please state your full name?
Jeffrey Edward Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, a name that evokes dark mysteries and secrets from the highest echelons of power. His story was one of immense wealth, scandalous connections, and the exploitation of countless young lives. But as the walls began to close in, the world witnessed a turn of events that only deepened the intrigue. Imprisoned and awaiting trial, Epstein's life ended abruptly in circumstances shrouded in suspicion. The whispers began immediately. Why was his death so convenient for certain influential figures, even though he was being closely watched? How could a man with a high-profile list of friends and enemies keep his network so well hidden? And even more chilling, what happened to the supposed records he kept, filled with names and secrets that could bring down some of the world's most powerful people? Tonight, we dive into the mystery of Jeffrey Epstein. We'll explore the shadowy empire he built, the mysteries he left behind, and wonder what secrets may still be buried in his wake. Stick with us, because the answers, or lack thereof, may be more shocking than you can imagine. Jeffrey Epstein was a man with connections. Connections that spanned politics, royalty, Hollywood, and beyond. But these connections were more than just friendships or business deals. For years, Epstein allegedly used his power and wealth to build a network of exploitation. Even after his death, the mystery is far from solved. Epstein's mysterious death has only fueled speculation. Officially ruled a suicide, his passing raised endless questions. How did a man under such intense scrutiny manage to take his own life? And why did his death coincide so conveniently with the revelation of his connections to some of the most powerful people in the world? From allegedly doctored camera footage to irregularities in prison records, the circumstances surrounding his death have kept conspiracy theories alive and well. In 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for sex trafficking of minors, a crime he had reportedly been committing for years with little intervention from the law. His high-profile arrest cast a long shadow over influential figures, leaving many to wonder who would be implicated. As his trial approached, speculation grew about what Epstein might reveal about those around him. But with his death, those revelations remained unanswered. In the aftermath, a complex web of relationships between Epstein and powerful individuals began to unravel, suggesting that his connections ran deep and reached into the highest echelons of society. Lawyers, celebrities, politicians, they all seemed to be connected in some way to this enigmatic man. Epstein's empire wasn't just about wealth or influence. It was built on control. He used his position to exploit young women, trapping them in a cycle that was difficult to escape. His properties were luxurious but sinister, with some victims even describing hidden cameras and rooms that allowed him to record his guests in compromising situations. The depth of his control was disturbing, and even those who entered his circle on legitimate terms often left with a very different perspective on who he really was. After his death, some speculated that Epstein kept detailed records, evidence of his dealings, and possibly information about those involved. This insurance was rumored to be his ultimate leverage, protecting him from repercussions for years. But if such evidence exists, what happened to it? And did these powerful connections play a role in silencing him before he could reveal more? On August 10, 2019, Epstein was found dead in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center. The official cause of death was suicide, but the story quickly unraveled, leaving behind questions that remain unanswered. Why did the cameras allegedly fail that night? Why was he taken off suicide watch so quickly? And how did two guards assigned to watch him fall asleep at such a critical time? This series of coincidences fueled speculation that Epstein's death was anything but a suicide. Theories began to circulate about who might have wanted him silenced and why. Some believed that faced with the possibility of high-profile revelations, powerful figures may have intervened to ensure his silence. Since Epstein's death, investigations into his associates and alleged co-conspirators have continued, resulting in the arrest of Ghislaine Maxwell, his longtime confidant. Maxwell's trial provided some insight, but for many it barely scratched the surface of the secrets Epstein may have held. One of the lingering questions is how far did his influence reach, and how many were involved or aware of his actions. Epstein's connections continue to cast a shadow over the powerful, with many of his former associates trying to distance themselves from his legacy. Yet new revelations continue to emerge, pointing to a network larger and more disturbing than anyone first realized. What makes Epstein's case so compelling is not only the sheer scope of his alleged crimes, but also the mystery of what's left unanswered. Did Epstein really have a blackmail vault filled with incriminating evidence? Were there others who helped him evade justice for so long? And could someone have staged his death? These questions keep people invested in his story, hoping that someday someone will come forward with the truth. For now, his empire lies in ruins, but the damage he caused remains. For those who knew him or knew of him, Jeffrey Epstein's impact is a haunting reminder of how deeply one person's actions can affect countless lives. So what really happened to Jeffrey Epstein, his secrets, and his empire? Was he silenced by those who feared exposure, or did he take his own life to avoid the fallout? The answers may never be fully known, but Epstein's case has left a lasting impact on the world of finance, politics, and justice. In the end, Epstein's story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the lengths to which people will go to keep their secrets safe. As the public continues to search for answers, one question remains. Is it possible to truly uncover the whole truth? Or are some secrets destined to remain buried?